Okay, so I see the tempo of the war is based on the election cycle. I see that the timing for the war is wrapped around the transition of power of the President of the United States. All right, and the pattern and that they the patterns that they follow scale to that time scale. So you take the patterns of their actions and you take it and you scale it and line it up with their previous pattern. The previous pattern, country has oil, America invades, creates false pretext. So like people will say, oh, they'll blame the Jews, but really it's American consumers and their vast undying thirst for oil that really fuels the war. So, like the way you buy and use gas and oil and energy is why you are fighting with people in Venezuela, Cuba, and Iran. You can try and make it about religion, you can try and make it about politics, but really it was a long time ago. It was already plain for everyone to see. They kill people for oil. They've tortured people in secret facilities. They even though they come out with it first, they still like torture and hurt people to try and keep it a secret, even though it's not anymore. They're insane. And they're falling to pieces. Anyone could see what they're doing. So, like, it doesn't look good for the boys on the boats in the water. And, like, really, if they go into a position and formation that could be struck by a nuclear weapon, and they're in range for that, and that nuclear weapon doesn't get fired, then chances are even greater now that there is no nuclear weapon in Iran. But if you really believe there's a nuclear weapon in Iran, then you have to keep the boats in a certain way to make sure that they don't get nuked. Right? Right? You can just park them all in there and get them in there for some kind of combat formation. You'll get a high tonnage ballistic that will destroy those big armored boats. But they probably don't have one. So part of the military thinks that they have one, part of the military thinks that they don't. That's that compartmentalism, compartmentalized agents and soldiers. They used to call it sneaking around and fucking up because really nobody knows what the mission is and what's going on. They're just kind of like doing whatever they're told because they know which way the shit rolls in the big pile of shit. So yeah. Mm-hmm. It's on the transition of power of the President of the United States. And watch their formations and watch their movements and watch how they scale the time between their last attempts at invading countries and stealing their oil and this one. And you'd have them. They look like clowns out there. Like they ran that B-2 run. Now, they'll never be able to do that again because if they try to do that again, chances are they'll get shot down because now everybody knows how that works. I know, I've said that before. Anyway, arrivederci. Bon voyage. Happy trails. Oyasumimasen.